get a sound check. Sound check. Busting a lot. I need you to let me know if you hear me clearly. Let me know if you hear me clearly. A few things I want to say, gotta say, go get it out. What's up? What's up? If everybody hear my live right now, I want you to say, hey, DJ, let me let people know that I'm live right now. This may be a little lengthy video because first of all, let me shout out to everybody who be having my interests at heart. Come on in. Come on in. Before I do this live, I want people to pay close attention how I bring this commentary to you all. And you know, I don't know if people think they either plan on my intelligence or they think I might be slow or I might be stupid or I might be dumb. I mean, and that's your choice for whatever you may think. But as a blogger, I have a right to show you all that I'm really smarter than the average individual. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. This is going to be a factual interview. Give me 1 second. I mean, a factual live. You know, I heard some things. Okay? I heard some things. And I don't know if people think they plan on my intelligence and thinking I'm just like on the slow bus. So I need about 100 people in this live before I start this commentary. And I promise you I won't be long. And if you like this commentary and you find my commentary to be factual or what I'm about to put out, by all means, I want y'all to hit the Cash App on this Sunday. Yeah, really I do. Really I do, you know, because I feel like I'm doing investigative work to free a man. I feel like I'm doing something very honorable because it needs to be done, because if it's done to R. Kelly, it could be done to another black man. It could be done to your son. So get those likes up. This is about to be a lengthy, and I mean lengthy commentary. There's some things that I have to do, and I want to point out some things to y'all before I start this live. I understand that Denise Brewer came on my live and did an interview. Okay? Do not block her. If she coming live, do not block her. Unless I say block her. Okay? But I want to pull up some receipts and stuff like that. And, you know, I want to put something on the screen. Now, after we did this live, okay, I got a text message from Denise. I got a text message from her. And I want to show you all this text message that I got from Denise Brewer, aka Boom Boom. Right? Now I don't know if Angelo's using her as a flunky or she being a flunky for Angelo. But on this channel, I like to present nothing but facts. And I feel like the facts would be more prudent to anything that we've been seeing on these YouTube streets, far as dealing with Robert Sylvester Kelly. And then right after that, I'm going to play some things. I want to play some things. So I'm glad you all in. Now, this is a text message that Boom Boom sent me. Maybe she didn't realize that she sent me, or maybe it was supposed to have been for Angelo. But it's always good to have your ducks in a row when you being there we go. Okay. Now, everybody, I'll say this again. Y'all pay close attention. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hate to come like this, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, you see on the screen. Now, I'm going to give y'all a breakdown. What's up, Trevin? Happy Sunday to everybody. By any means, mods, make sure y'all continue to put my Cash App and everything. If I got this juicy shit for y'all, I want y'all to bless my Cash App on this Sunday. Don't forget my birthday is coming up July 6th. I will be 50. Okay? But right here is the day when I sent the link to Boom Boom. To tune in into my live when we did the live that day. Let me get this off. Yeah. So I don't know if she was trying to send this to Angelo, but I called her Glamour from when she was called Glamour. Everybody see the text? It says Thursday, June 24th. Okay, we did the live. I sent the link for her to go on my live. Okay, everybody see that? June 24th, she sends me this text, and I kept this text in my text messages. She says, I'm done with DJ. Now I'm going to tell these motherfuckers how I really feel. R. Kelly is a damn pedophile for years. Stay tuned. Now, she sent me this text. Y'all see the date, right? And today is the 27th. Y'all see the receipts, right? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't make shit up. I don't use Microsoft Words. I don't get anything from people and make shit up. And, and we just did a live talking about R. Kelly, and she gave you all opinion. And she said she don't like the fact that R. Kelly's locked up. But you sent me this text saying, I'm done with DJ Tyson. I'm going to tell these motherfuckers how I really feel. R. Kelly is a damn pedophile for years. Stay tuned. Now, When I got this text, I did respond, and only a few people know because I read this text to them, and I said, I'm going to keep this just in case she come with that oofale. Now, in my mind, I'm saying maybe this text was meant for Angelo. Maybe I'm saying maybe this text was meant to be sent to Angelo. So I kept it. Okay. Now, I understand a lot of you all don't like R. Kelly. What's up, Nisimo? Welcome back, Nisimo. I understand a lot of you all don't like R. Kelly. I understand a lot of you all don't like me. I understand a lot of you all is just blind to a lot of things. And then I must clear the airwaves about a lot of shit that I be seeing on YouTube. And to me, it's just child's play to me right now, because if R. Kelly is in the fourth quarter of going to court, and hear these words really, really good. Who gives a fuck or who paid for the goddamn lawyer? Okay? I'm going to say this again. Let me get a closer view up on myself. If R. Kelly has a new fucking lawyer, who gives a fuck who paid for the goddamn lawyer? That's just like sending me a cash app and then throwing it up in my face. Oh, I sent you a cash app. I sent you this. I sent you that. Who gives a fuck? If you help R. Kelly, if it ain't from your heart, who need bragging rights? We trying to help this man get out of jail. I want to teach y'all how to stop being so petty and so messy and so rumorous about who got R. Kelly out of jail. Who gives a fuck? Long as he got a good attorney, long as he got somebody that represent him, and the way we want to see this man not guilty. Okay? No, I mean, you want to bless my channel, hit the cash app, put the PayPal up, all that good shit. This is about to get wrenchy today. Before I even get to the Denise, what I want to say about her, I got some proof I want to show to a lot of people that I think you all are blind. Nobody's anything. Shout out to Nobody's Anything. For everybody that's saying she's hurting Rob, she's not hurting Rob. She's from New York. She's a New York native. She asked the guards permission to write free R. Kelly, unmute R. Kelly. He didn't do none of this stuff. If you haven't seen the video, go to her live. It's Nobody's Anything. Subscribe to her channel. She tell you all she got permission to write on the concrete. Okay? Leave the young lady alone. Yes, Mercedes, leave her alone. Thank you for holding it down for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Y'all kill me with all of this gossiping and rumors, and you heard this case. And no, ain't nobody hurting this fucking case. And then I wish a lot of people would just shut the fuck up about what they know about R. Kelly. This shit is not helping. I mean, like, really. Who cares? I don't care if R. Kelly wrote people 1,000 fucking letters. Who really gives a fuck? We just want the man free. It's a lot of shit we got to just stop doing on these YouTube streets. Everything ain't for everybody. It's a saying called business. Everyone is required to mind their own business, do their own business, not tell theirs or anyone else's business. Keep your fucking business to your fucking self. And if you ain't liking this channel, get your look. If you ain't liking this channel, that's because you a hater. You don't like hearing the truth. You like all that drama. When I bring real shit to you, you can't handle it. If R. Kelly wrote you 1,000 letters, and I'm sure he writing a lot of people, we don't need bragging rights. We don't need none of that. A lot of y'all tell too much of y'all business, and then you wondering why you being shit, or they want to question you about shit, and people attacking you about shit because you talking too much shit. Keep your business to yourself. That's all I'm saying. Everything ain't for everybody. This is just some good advice I like to give to other people if you're out in the bushes listening. Okay? You go shine regardless. You don't need R. Kelly name to shine. You are who you are. Okay? Now, this text right here comes from Denise after we did the debate. And I'm sure, I think she might have meant to send this to Angelo. And it says, I'm done with DJ now. I'm going to tell these motherfuckers how I really feel. R. Kelly is a damn pedophile for years. Stay tuned. Okay? Then she just did a live earlier today. I don't know if it was earlier, but when I listened to it, it kind of baffled me, Denise, because you think I don't remember when you was Team Truth that you said out of your own mouth, hey, let's pretend to be R. Kelly supporters. Now I'm going to pause right there. She said, let's pretend to be R. Kelly supporters. See, in this R. Kelly fight, this ain't checkers. This is chess. Y'all really think I'd be baffled when people send me cash apps and I'm thinking because they send me money, they love me. Y'all think because people send me cash app, oh, I'm a sellout. No. If you send it, thank you. God bless you. At that particular time, you sent it for whatever reason, God bless you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But I do remember Denise said, let's pretend to be R. Kelly supporters. Now, when I heard this video, I said, well, how I'm going to present this to the people to open these people's eyes to the factual shit that's out here on these YouTube streets? And I said, well, let me clear this up. Because I don't think people really can do this shit like me. Now, I'm not knocking bloggers for what they do, but I give everybody credit for what you do, because what you do some badass shit, 312. I ain't gonna lie. You do some badass shit, 312. You good at what you do. And I suggest y'all to follow her channel as well. She go back down memory lane real well. Shout out to you, 71 Suburban. To Texas Black Diamond. Spitting Fire. All the bloggers that put in work to help this case out. Now watch this. Now Denise said, all right, Angelo fought for his child, da-da-da-da-da-da. But right here, I'm going to play some clips. If you got time to sit through this shit, then sit through it. If you ain't got time to sit through what I'm about to present to y'all, don't even sit. You can go. But this is important to when you hear Denise act like she advocating for Angelo in some type of way. When I see shit like this, and let me push play, I want you all to hear this at the horse's mouth, not my mouth. Do you know how I win in these YouTube streets? I win because of the shit you put out there and me having a voice. I'm able to throw it back in your face and tell me where the fuck Angelo was a goddamn parent. Let's roll.
Angelo's quest to recover and reunite with Azriel finally came to an end.
This is my baby right here.
He reunited with his daughter, and they began to repair a strained father and daughter relationship. Azriel, at the time, seemed to still hold on to a resentment built on everything she had just gone through.
I think we still have to address the elephant in the room. We haven't really taken that time, to do so.
about the world for it. It was a bunch for my daughter, getting an understanding that she was good. Through all the back and forward, the talk, the media, everything. You got painted a picture. So what I needed was confirmation from my daughter.
I understand that, and I respect that completely. But I feel like for me, where it was so hard for me, and why I continue to not have communication with my family, is because this Lifetime documentary stuff just happened within the last 2 years. And then out of nowhere, these last 2 years, you hear, oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, that is happening. I just feel like, how can you be oblivious to the years that I was okay and just snap, oh my God, I need to know where my daughter's at. She's this, she's that. I need to make sure she's okay. Like, I've been okay for 3 years prior. That's where I drew my line, because at that point, I was an adult. And at that point, I felt like I was okay. So to believe something like that, so extreme, so bizarre, so outrageous, I just couldn't even fathom my parents believing something as bizarre as that. I just really couldn't.
And that's fair. But what you gotta understand is, we haven't talked to you after 16. That's when you graduated. That's when things went blank.
It didn't go blank, but communication slowed down, because at that point I was an adult.
Exactly. There was never no black community. I can show you text messages over and over.
But that's to him.
To him, to your phones, to everybody's phone.
And I will call you guys.
No, I have received on Apple. I don't have Apple phones.
I will call you guys. Don't paint no picture. Like, I've not talked to you guys in over a year, because I would call you guys 4 or 5 months at a time. And when I would call you guys would be yelling. You guys would be cursing me out. Mommy would be yelling at the top of her lungs. And so what I would do, I'd say, okay, I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 months. And then hopefully you just miss me so much that you just want to talk to me and your arms are open. And eventually it got to that. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer than I anticipated.
As a parent, guess what? If you dated for 4 or 5 months and we didn't hear from you, how do we know?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Before graduation, I was not even checking in every day then.
Yeah, I talked to you about, you'll be like, Dad, I'm busy. I'll call you back. It was no more, you wasn't talking, but you was texting. And if you're free, you're going to call me, hey, Dad, what you doing?
But I didn't do it every day. Now, don't paint no picture like I do every day. Now, maybe like once a week, once every 2 weeks or so.
I didn't have to call you every day.
Okay, so why, when I become 18, 19, 20, 21, I got to check in with y'all every day?
Where do you get that from?
Your wife. This is what you don't understand.
What?
Your wife called me, my mother, saying, oh, there's a lot of rumors going around. I need you to call me every single day. I need to hear your voice every day. I need you to check in with me every day. I said, first of all, I haven't been doing that for these first couple of years. So now that I'm an adult, I'm definitely not about to check in with you every day. And that's what started it all. Because of her pride and my pride.
So what does that have to do with me?
You're attached to her. That's your wife. That's your wife.
So I became the enemy. But you're in this feud.
Because when I would talk to you, you would be young too.
Because if you say your beef was with your mom, then you said, oh.
I feel like it was with both of you guys, because like I said, both you and her, when I would call, it was nothing but argument.
I was never present with you and your mom.
No.
I was never present with you and your mom. That's why I never knew when you and your mother talked. What I did was found out when your mother told me she talked to you and y'all argued or whatever, and I would call you. And you would say the same attitude you and her left with towards me.
Yes, I would.
Okay, but I didn't have anything to do with that. So therefore, give me a chance to pick what side of you and who's right and wrong. You came at me aggressive because of you and her.
This is not it, because I know your wife confides in you, and I know she's going to explain it to you.
Exactly. But she's not going to give me everything, evidently.
So as you can see, the elephant still needs to be addressed.
But this the thing.
Which will be addressed.
What I'm telling you is, don't merge us. Like I never merged you. So I could have been one of them parents that just felt victim. I made sure you stayed right Because once you miss, yes, I know that how much you let me fall. So for me not to talk to you for these terms and these times, it's a problem. I don't need to talk to you every day, but I need you to check in and let me know, hey, Dad, I'm fine. So when it comes to me having to track, run, and travel, and do all this, it's a problem, man. Especially when I talk to your better half at that time. He make it seem like it's a game. And you ain't gonna play games with me with my chat. So the difference was with him, he wasn't dictating that to you. So that's where me and his war started. If he was dictating it to you, you could have put it off by calling me saying, hey, Dad, it ain't like that, I'm good, this and that.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Robert would ask me to call you guys, and no matter what city we were in, he would say, is this your father's number or is this your mother's number? And it would say, call me. And I would say, yes, that is my father's number. He's like, you need to call him. And I would say, I'm not going to call him. Because at that point, the only thing I get is bickering every time I pick up the phone. So if I can avoid it, if I can enjoy myself in this nice little penthouse while we're in New York for the weekend, I'm going to enjoy my weekend. It was very suffocating because I was an adult at the end of the day, period. And like I said, I'm not obligated to answer anyone. I know that you are my father and I love you dearly, but if I was a homeless person on the street right now with a cell phone and I did not want to call you, I would have that right. Now, would it make it right? Probably not. But I am obligated to that right if I don't want to.
But me as your father, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt every street, every corner, every curve, every bridge until I find you. Because
I feel like I'm looking for hope. It's very hard. I've spent my last years with this man, so it's not something that I can just turn on and off. It's devastating. I feel like I'm a very intelligent, smart, bright 21-year-old. I'm definitely young, but I'm very mature in spirit. And I just feel like, anyone who thinks that I'm brainwashed and not, smart enough to make my own decisions, I just feel like that determines how, their mentality. That's not something I can control, but I know that I'm very smart and I know that I'm intelligent. So, Rob, our last conversation that I had with him in Chicago, he inspired me and told me, Bear, just do what you want to do what makes you happy. He told me to continue to pursue my dreams, pursue whatever I want to pursue. And that's really all that I would be able to do. It feels like a high. I mean, it feels like, you're in love, you're happy to be in love, and you feel like no matter what you go through with this person, it's worth going through because there's no other person you would want to go through this with. And that's with, you being in love with whoever it is. Not just me and Rob personally, but that could be any other person's relationship. You just feel like no matter what, the good or the bad, you want to go through it with that person. I feel like, truthfully, all of the women that have been associated with Robert, I feel like this is me personally. Once they saw him as a celebrity, not as a human being. They did not meet him at church. They didn't know him no which way, except for as R. Kelly, whether they saw him at a mall, whether they saw him at a movie theater, whether they saw him at a park, whether they saw him at a show. And so, no matter what, all of them met him as a celebrity. And they were infatuated with that celebrity. And because of that, I feel like a lot of them just dated him because of that. Because of who he was, because of the life that he had, because of the life that he could provide them. A lot of them talk about how badly they were tortured, but can you talk about the shopping sprees? Can you talk about you keeping your hair and nails done? Can you talk about all the great times that you had dinner and was spending money and was splurging and was so happy? Because one thing about Robert, he has a very giving heart.
Shout out to Shabazz.
There's no way at all.
Shout out to Shabazz.
He's a celebrity and he's not giving them a penny to enjoy themselves. And that's where I get so upset because as a celebrity, he has no reason to keep you kidnapped or keep you tied up.
Mm-hmm.
He just has no reason to do that when he can allow you to move freely, take care of you, and still, you know, at the end of the day, whatever will happen, you know. So for people to just say that, you know, oh, I was just kidnapped or I was tied up, I couldn't leave, I couldn't do this. It's like, what about the good times? I know there were good times.
Now,
deepest emotions is Chicago because after finding out,
Angelo's quest to recover
yeah. Now, let me just go here for a second, y'all. Now, I have more videos I'm about to show you guys because they are significant to what the point I'm about to make to Denise Brewer once and for all, because she really think that I'm on the slow bus, and I'm far from on the goddamn slow bus. And I'm going to play her clips of what she said. Now, right here, I want you all to hear this. Before I play this video, I want to comment on this one. She said she stopped the communication with her dad. It wasn't R. Kelly's fault that she stopped talking to her father. It was her father's fault why she stopped talking to R. Kelly. Okay? She stopped talking to Angelo Clary. R. Kelly didn't hold her hostage from talking to her dad. And then she would say she would talk to him once a week or every 2 weeks. But when she turned 18, she stopped the communication because they would be bickering. We just heard it ourselves. She said, how you would be on social media to do all this shit when you knew 3 years prior she was with R. Kelly and well taken care of. She had the point, she had became an adult, she became 18. She said then she went from there to talking to him for 4 or 5 months out of a time, and she would think that they would miss her, but it still got worse. She said even before she turned 18, for the first couple of years, she wasn't even checking in then. These is not my words, people. These is the daughter of the father, Angelo Clary. Now, Denise, if you go come over here and talk facts or trying to spin a loop and spin a narrative that Angelo is a good father, then please explain what she just said out of her mouth to not be true or false. Okay? Now, people get mad at me because I take the shit that they put in these YouTube streets and put it right back before the people so they can see that these are all been lies against Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, any given time, y'all can hit the cash app because I'm not even done. When I say I got clip after clip after clip, I even want y'all to hear this. Listen to this clip.
Three months before Asriel turned 18, the Clarys signed a letter giving their consent for her to go on Kelly's tour and stay with a woman named Valerie Denise Payton. Who is Valerie Payton?
it ain't R. Kelly. It's not Robert Kelly.
But does she work with R. Kelly?
She's supposed to work for the label. We found out later on that she works for R. Kelly.
But that's for Valerie Payton, the woman that we mentioned. The Clarys said they've never met her. And CBS News has not been able to confirm what her involvement was with Asriel Clary.
Y'all hear that?
There's a lot going on to the.
Yeah.
3 months before Azriel turned
I'll play it
18, the Clarys signed a letter giving their consent for her to go on Kelly's tour and stay with a woman named Valerie Denise Payton. Who is Valerie Payton?
It ain't R. Kelly. It's not Robert Kelly.
But does she work with R. Kelly?
She's supposed to work for the label. We found out later on that she works for R. Kelly.
But as for Valerie Payton, the woman that we mentioned, the Clarys said they've never met her. And CBS News has not been able to confirm what her involvement was with Azriel Clary. So there's a lot going on to the 3 months before Azriel turned 18.
Now, let me wake some of you people up to some realization of this whole case. 3 months before Azriel turned 18. That's why they wrote the letter. But the part where Denise be trying to cover for Angelo, how is you a father? And we just listened to Gayle King say out of her own mouth, they reached out to the Clarys. They never met Valerie Payton. Now you telling me, Denise, me as a responsible father, me as a father, I'm going to actually send my child or sign my child over to somebody that I never seen, that I never met, that I never talked to, but only come to find out she allegedly somebody that works for the label. Now you tell me, God damn it, what type of parent is that? Now I know y'all want to think I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm illiterate, I'm a bed bug, hit the cash app. I'm so serious. I end this video because a motherfucker ain't gonna bring it so hot like this here. When I say I got shit lined up, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 more videos to debunk the bullshit that this Denise trying to sugarcoat and cover up for Angelo, and then I'm gonna break something down in her video. Oh yeah, bless my channel. Bless my channel, y'all. You loving this? Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. Put it up there in the screen. Now let's move forward. Now this next video right here. This is the video of myself in my vehicle in Chicago, Illinois, when Angelo called my phone when I was on Facebook Live. But you want to tell me, was he telling the truth then or lying, or he lying now and was telling the truth then? So I want you all to hear this for yourself. If you think I'm one of the ones that like to make up shit, do all this other shit, here you go right here in your face. I don't like people be trying to come over here to bamboozle people's minds and this, that, and the other, and dudes say he was bamboozled. See, I probably wouldn't have never came and done it like this and get all these clips together, because I got more clips after this. But I want you all to hear what a father that she said was looking for her daughter all this time. How could you look for somebody who was not missing? She wasn't on no carton of milk box. You just heard her say, you already knew I was well taken care of. So tell me, how is he able to sprue these lies on Robert Sylvester Kelly and make him out to be this monstrous type of guy because things did not go his way? So I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm going to let the video speak for itself. Now, this is me in 2019 in Chicago, Illinois, sitting in my vehicle on my Facebook Live. The video is still on my Facebook as we speak. So people can stop with all that. I recorded him. I know I was just going live, and I wasn't even on YouTube at the time. Yeah. Boom, boom. We're not fucking with her no more after today, because I don't like how the way she try to flip-flop And then she sent me a text talking about, yeah, I'm done with DJ and woo, 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 woo. And maybe she didn't know she sent it to me. But if you didn't send it to me, I got it. It don't matter. I'm going to let you stick with Angelo Clary while we stick with the truth over here. See, y'all don't think I forget when people say, man, let's pretend to be R. Kelly supporters. I ain't going to never forget that. So shit do come to my brain because you people out there think I'm type of slow. That's why I say I'm doing investigative work and I should get paid as a goddamn investigator. I'm just gonna keep it 100. Let me let you see my face. I should get paid like I'm a goddamn investigator. I'm really cracking this bitch wide open. Free R. Kelly. And anyway, put my Cash App up. Let me play this right here so y'all can listen to the conversation with me and the man that's talking to a complete stranger. And by the way, I don't know Angelo Clary. I don't know R. Kelly. I don't know Azrael, Dana J, Levi, anybody that's pertaining to this R. Kelly case. I do not know them. I'm just a sole proprietor individual, YouTube blogger with an opinion, and I saw what I seen, and it doesn't add up right to what they charging this man with and the frame up that's going on with this Robert Sylvester Kelly. So without me talking anymore, let me play this shit for you. Okay? Here we go. It's stamped.
I did. Right, and then they try to say you bankrupt or some shit.
Yeah, I did. I did bankrupt. They said all they say. I told them that. You know what I mean? Businesses, bankrupt, you gotta make them both. I'm motherfucking stupid. He said I don't know how to talk to one. Yeah, bankrupt before. No, I haven't been in any of my cars or houses or anything. Well, they don't know how the world works. They slow to the work. How many times you seen by a new owner on the same business and same people in there? You know why they say you off? Because they thought bankruptcy on that other one, and they changed it over.
Yeah, and that nigga Tim, you know, it was a YouTube video on YouTube that I seen. You know, I don't know if it was edited or whatever. And I think the girl Shanti asked, "Well, how long do you know R. Kelly?" And they tried to show that Tim was whispering in her ear, tell him some shit, and then he gets in the camera, he started talking. Did he really whisper to her?
Which one?
One of the videos when all this shit started getting, you know, fresh, and Ashanti was on the side.
Let me clear something, right? I got pulled into this from what I can tell you to my message that knew what was going on. I was never new. We would have never been in this shit. When we approached Angelo, my daughter Elijah, if she wouldn't have lied to this shit probably wouldn't have been that way it is. When she lied and we had to keep digging is when we felt about shit. So now, somebody put out some real fucked up shit with my daughter on her page. My daughter had about 55,000 followers on her IG. And they put all this shit on there about she sucking Shelly dick, she in the studio, she doing that. I'm talking about on her page black and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody told me like, yo, what the fuck is that on that? Talk about ass like that. So it was that page, baby girl.
Probably Larry McGee.
So then I kept that, put it in a file, set it to the side. So when it go one time more, you know, you just listen. Now finding out this person know this person with this person. Ashanti and Sandy's best friend. Ashanti and Cheryl Mack best friend. I'm like, hold on, who the fuck all these motherfuckers I got problems with? So how the fuck are you best friends with all these motherfuckers? Now it's all playing. Like, okay. So how do you make strength? You ain't no strength. Y'all need some meat on the bone. The clients need the meat.
So Tim set you up?
Y'all take a picture of my daughter being fucked up and all this crazy shit y'all had already put out.
So Tim, so you saying so Tim set you up?
You didn't see my live?
I ain't watch all of them.
Check my live off, man. No, not this one that I called him up. It was his wife all up. I put it to the head. That's why he blocked me and everything after that.
Who broke? Somebody broke in R. Kelly house?
Down in the lounge?
Yeah.
They ain't take shit. I never won. They ain't take shit. That was just a mess.
So when Tim, hey, so when Tim set you up, you just had to roll with it.
No, I wasn't wrong with it. It was like my door. It was like the shit was true, but you set me up to pull me out.
Oh.
We wasn't no media, motherfucker. We was dealing with shit behind the scenes.
No.
So they needed us to come forward. And that's I know my motherfucking family on the shade room talking about that's the parents for Azriel, that's the family of Azriel, that's for me, my kids, everything. I said, what the fuck? I went off.
Yeah,
and it took me this long now to pinpoint who had that pain.
Right. So people was trying to say in the news and all that shit, like you wrote a letter to give Azriel what's it, Azriel consent or something to be with her.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't to be with all that. I didn't want to see no motherfucker. So I had all that shit locked over. All that, they got all that shit is out there. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. I did the steps I'm supposed to do for person. And I'm supposed to protect them. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to leave my daughter. I'm going to work. She's going to have somebody on it. Over. My daughter's birthday was in less than 90 days.
So when you wrote the letter, who the letter was written out to? Like
somebody and supposed to been in the lane.
Oh. It what?
They know who it is. All that. They got all that. They know who the person is. They, you know, man, that's why I said, man, all that shit, them games, them motherfuckers, they play all the games at once. It's either good business or bad business. We have to take the bad business. That's it. If it was going to be more, it can try it. And it's just a matter of force to be.
All right. It's all good. Yeah, I'm at peace, man. You know, I just, a lot of shit be going across my mind because when I was looking at you, I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna tell you like I saw Danny. I'm like, man, Joe, but you the father. You gotta take me spot. I was heated. I was really heated. And I was like, God damn, how you get mad at something that he consented to and then it didn't go the way he think it should, and now that's a whole big commotion. And that's why I say you gotta right.
Kelly, because they look at Kelly as this and that. And I looked at my daughter already a star. And my eyes, only thing I can tell you was get this motherfucker one song with his name on that bitch and her finish up out. That's it. I was shocked. That shit straight my little cousin. Because DP, she didn't want that bitch right here for a day. I ain't need nothing from him. That was my daughter's career. She was said, Dad, I don't want to say, okay, we done. That's good thing. I ain't got to lose no more money in that shit. That's it.
No, you just want her to make a song, huh?
Right. If she had made her song and she got that fulfillment, like he was down, like nigga, you didn't do anything with her. If you were any fulfillment, I wouldn't even been deep in his heart now, but you gave her no entertainment. Like she still got you.
Wow. So all this, so all this goes just about basically she's not doing what she's supposed to do, what she went in there supposed to do, and the shit went a whole nother way.
Whole nother way. I mean, for her, it's paradise. But what I'm thinking is, okay, well, he got his own mess shit before you was born, man. So now look at it. You have nothing. So this shit don't turn out exactly like it is. You got a little story. You might get a little deal. It ain't gonna be what? You're gonna be fucked back up. And hopefully you still have your interest in the thing. You still want to do something for it, you ready to work.
So you think if she would have sat up there and went in there and did a song with R. Kelly, all this shit would have been going on with her being 17 and all this shit?
I don't think none of it would have really went on because she would have got to fulfill her independence. They fell in love, whatever the fuck number is. What can you be from? But if your motherfucker just take the motherfucker door and don't do shit with them, and continue to do to nothing with them, then really you lost all the way around. They lost, not you, but they lost all the way around.
And then now the 17-year-old shit, huh? I said now it's the 17-year-old shit because he didn't do shit with her, so he just fucked her. I'm saying that it's the 17-year-old shit now because she didn't do what she's supposed to do. She just.
No. Even if it should have never been. What I'm saying is, she would have had more independence. If you just looked at her more as a motherfucking piece of ass and got her song and this and that. And to understand her going to her independence, her sitting beside her mind, she got her own career. You ain't got shit. So how the fuck you say you love these girls when neither one of them can do shit? And you in a fucked up predicament with nothing. By the time all these fucking lawsuits hit, your royalties will be 10 years and old. You won't even get that. So now you got two girls that you can't do nothing but sit around with, and then you gotta take in so all that drains off, and don't think you're gonna do that. They don't watch your father go and you ain't touching them, sleeping with them, none of that. But one he got made just insecure. You feel like 15 and you can't keep up with them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people looking at everything like, okay, they're doing this, doing that. But guess what? I'm gonna have to be prepared to take care of grown ass woman when she come out of this shit.
Well, see, hey, you got to realize something too, man. You know, even though she didn't set out the mission, you know, you probably told her, say, hey, you know, when you go in there, be professional, be about business. But she got in there and shit went a whole nother route. You know, and then I know that.
This is always what you tell yourself. You know what's going on. We stay on that horn. You answer that phone. You know what I mean? We there. The same shit. We respect your scenery. This kind of thing. Man, this what it is. I mean, we're kind of bad. This is the situation.
Wow.
But you could have made that shit, man. He could have faced me. We could have dealt with that shit. Man up on that shit. And it's in a different life.
So, because you making me think she could have just fucked up and still got the record done.
No, not at all. I don't approve shit. If I go over 17, that's not the trial, bro. That's like.
But even if he's saying his daughter was 17, all the shit that he was saying made it seem like he didn't give a fuck if his daughter was 17 or not. You got to understand when the man said, you got both of these girls, you got your pot of gold, and you ain't doing nothing with them. You ain't sleeping with them. You ain't keeping up with them. The stuff he said. Shit he said out his own mouth, Denise, when he said, if his daughter wouldn't have lied to him, none of this wouldn't have been going on. Shit when he said, Denise, as a parent, is just a taste of bad business. Shit when he said, R. Kelly got his own mess he's dealing with. And I'm going to stop right there. Now, when you say R. Kelly got his own mess he's dealing with, why would you put your daughter in a situation if R. Kelly got his own mess he's dealing with? And these are the things that cross my mind as a parent, Denise, when you're trying to defend a man and talk about how much he loves his daughter when he's having a real conversation with a man who has daughters. When he sit up there and say his daughter lied to him, he would have never been in this. When he sit up there and said he got pulled into this, when he sit up there and said he don't care if they would have fell in love, all he needed her to do was to get one song, and he was chopping it to his cousin who was an executive. But you telling me, when you hear all this, where is he responsible as a fucking parent? All I need her to do is get this one song. And I was shopping it with my cousin or sent it to my cousin. She a VP. They could have fell in love or whatever. So when he's screaming, about some 17-year-old shit. All that shit he's saying don't add up to make sense to me as a black man. As a black man, as a man, as a father, as a fucking parent. Tell me where this man made these mistakes at. I got more videos. Oh, y'all think I'm done? I'm not done. Far from done. You even went to the lengths and the extent to even get this guy right here. And by all means, y'all, bless my channel. If you loving this, and I mean heavy words, hit that fucking cash out. Because I hate when people do shit like this and just be running their goddamn mouth. And I ain't even come to doing my commentary on Denise and what she said, because I'm finna break that down too. This guy right here, this guy who stole 1.6 million, you got him on the team to help orchestrate some shit in this R. Kelly case, and it's all wrong. Yeah, right there, this dude right here, when he says words like this, that's very important, and this is why the daddy should be called on the stand, as well as this guy right here who says these words right here about Robert Sylvester Kelly.
He still ain't gonna. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends. We got people to lie. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Astria at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
I'll play that again.
He still ain't gonna. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends. We got people to lie. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Astria at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Now, I'm going to break this down part. He said, we got people to lie. Okay? We got people to lie on Robert Sylvester Kelly. All right? He says, we got people to lie. You see Asriel at my house. You see the parents at my home. Tell me a guy who's a federal informant tampering with a federal witness got her at the house, his house, brainwashing her to turn against R. Kelly, manipulating her to turn against R. Kelly. You tell me why Angelo still can't take the stand to be subpoenaed for fucking with this federal informant. Conspiracy. Conspiracy against Robert Sylvester Kelly. Oh, listen, y'all. It ain't stopping right there. I got some more video. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. I'm going with all of them. I'm hitting you with everything I got today. And then I'm going to break down Denise, live that she did. And then I'm going to end my live with my commentary on what I got to say. Right here is, let's see. lawyers even conspiring against Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Attorney, I want you to talk about the legal hurdles that you had to go through in order to get to the point where we are now.
Well, I mean, we face a gamut of legal hurdles. First and foremost, the first question was whether or not these women were over age. The first question was whether or not these women were over age. And once it was determined that they were of age when they met him, and once it was determined that they were of age when they met him, we faced a host of issues. And so, like Tim said, 3 years ago when they came in my office, after he called me, you know, I first started to strategize, how can I help? Because legally there weren't too many options. But what we had to do was destroy the narrative that's been surrounding this individual in many cases like this, that these are women that no one cares for, that these are women that no one will fight for. And so we took a outside the box approach. And we started to destroy the narrative. We had to convince men and women across the country to believe what was going on by taking apart the easy predation that's going on right in front of your eyes. So my hat's off to the Savages for opening their lives. And I mean, they've taken a lot of grief, a lot of unnecessary attacks to get to the point, and threats to get to the point they are. But what we had to do was to change the minds of prosecutors, to change the minds of people in the industry. But what we had to do was to change the minds of prosecutors, to change the minds of people in the industry. And
you heard what he said? What we had to do was change the minds Did y'all hear what he just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? He said what we had to do was change the minds of the prosecutors. We had to change the minds of the prosecutors. Conspiracy against Robert Sylvester Kelly. Let's go here. Boom, boom. Since you say everything is a mistake and you sound like you trying to defend this dude's actions like he don't take no responsibility as a man and want to put all this on R. Kelly. And then you got another parent right here saying things like this. Put your eyes on this one. You heard the daddy. Here go the mama right here. I'm a bad motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. Don't play with me. Play on my intelligence. We're not doing it over here.
This whole ordeal has been hard for me, but to actually know that your daughter is alive, but then you still can't contact her, or you know what I mean? And it's not by my doing. It's not like I have a personal issue with her or a grudge, and I have, you know what I mean?
She just sit up there and told your husband right in his goddamn face on Shabazz that she would get into it with you. She just said that, y'all. We just watched the clip where I showed you her sitting next to the daddy. The mama and the daughter had a beef going on. But okay, carry on, Alice.
And close that door away. It's been taken from me. It's just, I don't know. It's just devastating.
So for years, you guys, very supportive parents, you were trying, I mean, she has a wonderful voice, so you were trying to help her become what she wanted to become, a singer. And you mentioned she was on America's Got Talent. She was on all these different, shows and auditions. And then R. Kelly comes along, and I'm sure this is like her big break, or so you thought.
Right. So that's exactly how it happened.
That ain't exactly how it happened. Let's bag up a little bit. That ain't how it happened. R. Kelly did not come along Y'all came along. Y'all took your daughter to the concert at the age of 17. That's what Angelo said out his mouth. We took our daughter to the R. Kelly concert. So R. Kelly didn't come along. R. Kelly was just doing what he was doing as R. Kelly, and y'all came along and took your 17-year-old daughter to an R. Kelly concert. But carry on.
As we all, due to the circumstances or whatever, we went to the concert, and she...
Now let's talk about them circumstances. The circumstances is when Angelo said that you come home and find your daughter submerged in some water because she tried to attempted suicide over her life over an ex-boyfriend, not R. Kelly. So those were the circumstances. And then your daughter said she was the one that was originally supposed to go, but y'all suggested that Azriel go instead because you said a doctor gave you the your description, your subscription to let her pursue her career by any means necessary. That was the cure to her suicidalness. But okay, carry on. And you took her to an R. Kelly concert. But carry on.
She loves music. I mean, because of course that's her thing. She's musically inclined, any type of music, not just, R&B. She's into classical. I mean, everything, different types of folk music and everything. So she saw this as an opportunity because she had been trying to get on for so long.
She saw this as an opportunity because she'd been trying to get on so long. Carry on.
Like, she researched him and everything, was like, he is a musical genius, which I won't lie, I won't take that from him. However, you know what I mean? She just saw this as her opportunity, and no matter what, she wanted it. So
y'all hear that? No matter what, she wanted it. She saw this as an opportunity. Yes. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Alice, Larry McGee, Angelo Clary should be subpoenaed to testify in this R. Kelly case. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat for no, 1 in the chat for yes.
Being a typical teenager, typical girl, she's was rebellious about what she wanted. And, she thought this was her perfect opportunity, and she was not going to take no for an answer.
So instead of fighting it, you guys decided if we're here, if we make sure we're with her this whole time, everything's going to be okay.
Correct. We basically had, decided that someone in the family would be present, during, her travels and for the most part. And so because he did advise us that he, would definitely mentor her and she would be a mentee. And so we were kind of okay with that. We didn't, honestly, me back looking at it, when all that took place with what was going on prior years ago with him, and I never really was an R. Kelly fan like that, so I really never kept up with it. So to be honest, I didn't know much about it. I heard about it, and I asked them about it, and when I went and researched and Googled it, it wasn't much on it at that time. Now you can find oodles and tons of stuff, but it wasn't a lot of information about it. It was just that he was found not guilty. So what do you do with that information? You think, okay, maybe it was somebody just out for money. That's what we thought, but now we know that's definitely the furthest from the truth.
Wish you would have known.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So walk me through, the first couple of months with him. I know at first she was 17, but you guys were making sure you were with, and then what happens when she turns 18?
Okay, so basically, Azriel was 17. She had 3 months to go before she would turn 18, and school was getting ready to start. So he basically had advised us okay, well, school's getting ready to start. I'm going on tour. I'm going to be starting a new leg of my new tour. And unfortunately, it would be easier if she just go ahead and tour with me so she can see the whole ins and outs of how the music industry really works. How you have to get up and practice and still, find time to do a show, and you got.
Okay, now that she explaining this, let's go back to Angelo Clary when Angelo sits up there and said, when Gayle King asked him, you gave permission that your daughter can do whatever. And he said it wasn't R. Kelly, but you see the Alice Clary sitting up here saying what R. Kelly said to them. Now, the point I'm trying to make in this right here particular section is they knew already. They were in communication with R. Kelly. They had conversation with R. Kelly. So when he tried to play that role with the letter and all that, it wasn't an R. Kelly, but you knew your daughter was in R. Kelly presence. It was just, again, shout out to Shabazz for the president, because he said it wasn't what the world thought. If you was trying to build a relationship with your daughter after all this time, how do you put her in a situation with Robert Sylvester Kelly? Because if I'm trying to build a relationship with my daughter, why would I want to bring her around another grown-ass man? Let alone a goddamn superstar. Let alone somebody who do sexual songs. Let alone we know that he's a freak on stage. I mean, let's just keep this shit 100. You knew all these things about this dude, but your daughter's 17 now. We talking about a grown fucking man. A grown fucking woman who solidified their daughter to be around Robert Sylvester Kelly, but now they want to put it out there that he had sex with his 17-year-old daughter. He's a predator. He's a monster. All this other shit that dude been saying. But here it is. Denise wants us to believe that these parents were looking for their daughter. Listen what the mama say. They already knew where their daughter was. She was never in harm's way.
Got to study, do all this stuff and make music. So he, basically kind of gave her an ultimatum, like, you either gonna go or you're not. That's what it was. And so she looked at us like, I want to do this. And originally I was like, no, you can't do it. I don't care. Not if no one can't be there. No, that's not going to be, And so, she gave us ultimatums of what she would do and, if she was not allowed to go.
You hear that? She said she gave us ultimatums. And Angelo's sitting up there talking about all this old parent shit. And Denise want to advocate for him as a parent. Then the mama just sit up there and say she gave us an ultimatum. Now, I want to pause right there as a parent. What fucking 17-year-old daughter give their fucking parents a fucking ultimatum on what the fuck they gonna do with their goddamn life? Are you fucking serious? If we buy our kids clothes, feed them, clothe them, send them to school, buy this, buy that, how in the fuck a 17-year-old go give a fucking grown-up a goddamn ultimatum and you motherfuckers on the other side is in the goddamn bushes listening to me? And especially you, Denise. How in the fuck he's a goddamn father? How in the fuck they some honorable goddamn parents? And you let a 17-year-old give you a fucking ultimatum. You hearing it out of their mouth, not mine. I said YouTube is your goddamn resume. What you put out there could be right back thrown in your face to taunt your ass. Free R. Kelly, goddammit. Carry on.
Of course, being a typical girl, it was other health issues, of course, as well, that took place. And in saying that, I would say Lifetime left a lot of that information out.
Well, if it was a lot of health issues, why the fuck you ain't get your daughter the help she need? I thought Debo put, if you need help, get the help you need, 1-800-GET-HELP. Why y'all ain't get her the fucking help she need? Seems like when she was around R. Kelly, she was living her fucking life. But okay, we gonna carry on, listen to what you gotta say.
Which was pertinent information to the story. But however, they kind of gave us an ultimatum. We know in 3 months she would be 18. So with that being said, we let her go. We agreed to it, but she needed to finish school. So she goes on, we're contacting her, no problem, no issues. Like, we calling her, we're able to get on the phone and everything.
See what she said? We let her go. R. Kelly didn't kidnap her. R. Kelly didn't stalk her. We let her go. Meaning, we knew where Azriel Clary been for the last 3 years around Robert Sylvester Kelly. We let her go. So that means you knew. So tell me, where is Angelo, this honorable ass father? Show me where these some honorable ass parents. It's one thing to make a mistake. It's another thing to accuse a black man for you making your motherfucking mistakes. We let her go. So should R. Kelly be in jail because of these parents' mistakes? They played a pivotal part in this case as well. We're not saying there ain't other witnesses. We're never saying that. But if you've been in these social media streets and you've been putting all this hoo-ha and interviews and rants and raves, that's why we do commentary on you. Not excluding the other 49 witnesses that they allegedly said that's going to be testifying.
It seemed like literally a nightmare out of Alma Street, because literally soon as she turned 18, it was like communication started dying and dwindling. Not that we lost complete contact, but we started gradually losing contact. The phone calls were like in between, you know, we couldn't get her right away. We had to call him and things of that nature. But
she said when she turned 18, that's when everything changed. Not that we would not be in contact with her, so meaning she was still in contact with her even when she was 18 years old. Listen what the parents are saying before you people sit up there and try to put people on places and pedestals and accolades where they don't fucking belong. Stop playing with me. I'm a parent too. You a parent. Your daughter has body parts, breasts, butts, vagina. I say it again. Your daughter has body parts, breasts, butt, and vagina. But we let her go. She turned 18. They still was communicating, but as you heard it, Azriel said at the beginning of when I played this video, she didn't want to talk to her parents because they would be bickering. And y'all knew I would call y'all 4-5 months at a time. And then she just cut it off. And Rob said, is this your number? Call your parents. And I said, no, because every time they would call, I would be bickering. Free R. Kelly, goddammit. That's all I got to keep screaming. So you mean to tell me a motherfucker making mistakes got to cost this man or what you added to this indictment? Because you added to this indictment with y'all lies that you publicized to the world. I'm just saying. We all know this is a bunch of bullshit, but carry on.
she's still doing her schoolwork. You know, she would return our call, but it may be like a day or so later, a few days later, or maybe a week. It started getting like that. But then we start getting information from other people saying, hey, this is what's going on. They're contacting us via social media or whatever, and they're anonymous, but they're not really saying this is specifically going on, but hey, you may want to look into this because this is, there may be something here or there, it may be something there. So
it was too late at that point.
At that point, it was too late. She was 18.
See that?
Wow.
Y'all hear that?
And now,
let me stop. So basically, she's saying she was getting some information from somebody on social media, anonymous. After She was 18. You just heard it yourself. Because the lady just said by that time she was 18 years old. But to get something from somebody anonymous, but by this time she 18 years old, tell me why y'all still listening to somebody anonymous and you don't know what's to be true or what's to be false, because you don't even know what the people you doing is got something against Robert Sylvester Kelly or not. You don't even know that. They've been hating on R. Kelly for years. Mad because he was acquitted of his 2008 case. So the people that's anonymous could be the same people that was conspiring against Robert Sylvester Kelly. But y'all listen to that shit. And then you heard the lady say by that time she was 18. Tell me what the fucking problem is at now.
All these girls.
Well, we've talked to a lot of the girls that have left, even some recent girls that have been there and just recently left. We've talked to them. Some of the previous victims, of course, that was in the movie, we talked to them as well.
Now, she said we done talked to some people that had left. Now, somebody put had left as an HADLEFT. That had left. She didn't say that was held hostage. Meaning the women that was around Robert Sylvester Kelly had left on their own free will and accord, so they was not held captive. They wasn't held with this poo-pooing and buckets and all this goofy ass shit. They left, just like Azriel could have left. But she didn't leave. She chose to stay to live the lifestyle that her parents couldn't provide for her. So y'all want to talk real shit to me? Talk real shit. Don't talk that because they're a parent and at the time she was 17 and all that shit. And then when the shit coming for your face with the shit y'all put out there, and I'm smart enough to use it against you to show you that you are a bunch of fucking liars as fucking parents, and it offend me as a goddamn parent. Like I ain't got no fucking morals. I ain't got no values. I ain't got no empathy or no sympathy for fucking alleged rape victims, molested victims, whatever victims. That's a disrespect. And it's a bunch of bullshit because y'all knew that what y'all collaborated on with Lifetime docuseries to conspire against Robert Sylvester Kelly. And then you say you spoke to some women that had left. They left. It wasn't held captive. He didn't set them free. He didn't have no bunch of bodyguards watching over them because everybody was where they wanted to be. But you people want to steady paint this narrative that it's all R. Kelly fault, and you tell me if the parents made a mistake, why they couldn't come back and correct their mistakes if they knew they was lying.
Had inside contacts that we were talking to that were basically advising us. I mean, everybody's saying the same thing. I don't think everybody can lie about, you know what I mean? But basically everyone is saying the same thing.
And everybody could be lying. And everybody could be conspiring against Robert Sylvester Kelly. And everybody could be hating on Robert Sylvester Kelly. Why do you think he had so many people in his circle that was stealing from him and taking advantage of his illiteracy, of him not able to read, you know what I'm saying, contracts and so forth and so forth. That's why everybody was doing malicious shit with bad intentions behind the goddamn scene. Do I need to be a fucking lawyer? Do I need to be a goddamn lawyer? God damn.
That the girls are abused. They sometimes when they get in trouble, they're not allowed to eat. You know what I mean? They can't leave the rooms. They're locked in rooms. But
wait a minute. If they locked in rooms, how the fuck they was able to leave and how did they left on their own? That's why this shit don't make sense to me. How the fuck first you spoke to some of the women that left, but then you talk about what they wasn't able to do, Alice Clary. Now, which one is it? They wasn't able to do this. They was locked in rooms. But how the fuck they was able to leave? This is the part that we just listen to what people say, but then when you listen to the whole story, you be like, this don't make sense. First, you sit up there and state it. Let me let you all see my face. I want you to see me. First, you say you spoke to some of the women that left. Then you go on and say these women was locked up one able to eat and do so and so and so. So I'm trying to say, which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah, support my goddamn channel. Yeah, support the channel, y'all. This real shit. This ain't fake shit I'm bringing. This the shit they put out there that I choose to revisit as a fucking black man of the United States of America, as a fucking free blogger, free thinker blogger with an opinion. So they can't get mad at me because I revisit the shit they put out there. Somebody put in the chat, it's not DJ fault. I need about 20 people to put in the chat, it's not DJ fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm listening just like you all listening. I'm listening like you all listen. Because somebody put in the chat, please, it's not DJ fault. It's not my fault. It's not. I just choose to listen a little bit more than others while people speaking so I can break it down to a terminology where you all can understand that I'm a brilliant motherfucking thinker and I'm a brilliant listener. And not only that, sometimes I might miss some shit. And then I go back when I listen to it again, I say, well, damn, did you just say what they just said? Let me write this shit down. Now, I just heard this woman say she recently spoke to some women who had left, but then she go back to say they was locked down, couldn't eat. Which one is it, Alice? That's why these parents should be called as a witness for the defense. Since they put up all this rigmarole for the world. Since they put up all these stories for the world, they should be called to the defense to testify in the defense of Robert Sylvester Kelly so they can be caught in their goddamn lies. I should be a lawyer. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can really investigate some shit and really listen to some shit and really break some shit down where people can really understand. So I don't care who hates me today. I ain't even dressing Boom Boom yet because I want to play what she said. So let's get back to this Alice Clary interview.
They are sometimes made to stay on the tour bus for 3 days. You know what I mean? They're not able to go to the bathroom and bathe like they should. I mean, all kinds of stuff. They do not have their phones half the time. They can't get on any social media. They can't like make phone calls. If they walk into a room or whatever, they have to hold their head down. They cannot address any man. Like they can't look at any man. No men are supposed to look at them. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. It seems like it's a dictatorship. Like this man runs every aspect of their life.
That's sweet. I mean, just heartbreaking for you. I mean, I just can't imagine.
So my question would be to people that's listening to my live. If R. Kelly did all of these things and Alice say they wasn't able to do this, they wasn't able to do that, they wasn't able to do this, they wasn't able to do that, they wasn't able to do this, they wasn't able to do that, they wasn't able to think for themselves, da 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 da. It sounds like dictatorship. It sounds like this, it sounds like that, da 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 da. But when they was able, when they did get a cell phone, when they did use social media, when they did go down to their uncle's house to get some shoes, or when they was able to call their uncle, why the fuck did none of them call 911 and say, hey, officer, my name is Azriel Clary and my friend Joycelyn Savage, we held hostage. R. Kelly had us locked up in the rooms. We couldn't poop. We couldn't do shit. Can you please get us some goddamn help ASAP? We are being held against our goddamn will. Why they didn't do that? Since she's so manipulative. And let's just go even further when we're talking about dictatorship. dictatorship. If I was living in your house and you had a certain type of set of rules, whether I'm a fucking adult or whatever the case may be, if you pay the bills in your goddamn house, is you gonna let somebody come in your crib and tear up your shit? When you grew up as a parent and your kids say, hey, Dad, can I have company? You either said yes or you said no. And if you said no, you ain't got to make no stipulations. But when you said yes, did you not give your kids some set of rules that say, hey, if you bring your friends over, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to do that. Don't eat all my goddamn food. Don't do this, do that. Because I recall when you under somebody else's roof and you ain't paying the goddamn bills, how much say so do you really got to say? So for those to push this narrative like he treated them like slaves, he was just a man with some goddamn rules in his goddamn house because he paid the goddamn bills. When you pay the bills in your own house, you can tell a motherfucker what to do. Now, either they agree or disagree. And then if you disagree, and I was always told, if you can't go by my rules, get out my goddamn house. They had the right to leave. They didn't have the right to stay. So all this dictating shit and the way y'all want to put to the public that R. Kelly was this guy that had mind control, no, that ain't how that went. These young ladies was living a lifestyle that their parents couldn't provide, and they wanted to live off of their lifestyle that R. Kelly was providing for them. They wanted to live off Azriel. They wanted to live off Joycelyn. Because if you go back and listen to this story, Dominique was sending her mother money. Now, if I'm lying, I'm lying. Last time I checked and I heard, Dominique was looking after her mother. Ashanti McGee was looking after her daughters. They was bringing that shit to the crib. The only motherfuckers who wasn't getting shit was Azriel, Angelo, Clary, and Tim Savage. So, of course, them being some parents, they mad because their daughter was in a comfortable environment, checking a bag, and they wasn't getting part of the bag. So this is where the hate and the jealousy came in to the daughters and to Robert Sylvester Kelly. I challenge everybody, there's 209 people in my chat, to do your fucking homework before you come to me and tell me I just don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, when I'm particularly talking about something that I've seen on social media that these people put out there themselves. And then to be a free thinker, to have my own right to think the way I do and to see shit the way I see it and to point it out. It makes a lot of sense why they all mad after you just heard in the beginning. Note time. When Angelo said it was just a bad business deal. It was just a bad business deal that went wrong. And all this and all that. But I'm not done. Let's carry on. Yeah. Bless my channel. Bless my channel. Hit that cash app. I ain't gonna get this shit like this. It's real.
It is. I mean, I've been through it for 4 years, so I've kind of conditioned myself to kind of get past it now, because at first I used to break down and cry all the time, but I've had to learn how to kind of like, I mean, I done heard this story 1,000 different times from 1,000 different people with 1,000 different ways. So
what has it been like for you and your husband and your kids trying to just get in contact with her, get through to her, and you can just get her back?
Man, it's crazy because I had phone numbers and text messages, phone numbers for her and for him. And it's funny because I still call, and those numbers aren't even like, they're not out of service, but like nobody answers or whatever. But I still to this day like call and text those phone numbers like every so often, because I'm not sure if, one day it may like she may answer and say, "Mom, it's me. Come get me. Like I'm here. I'm there." You know what I mean? So it's been really hard for me. I mean, I'm a very emotional person. I mean, me and my daughter are really.
Now she just sit up there and say she will hope one day that Azriel will call and say, "Mom, come get me. I'm here. I'm there." Now, all that time she been with Robert Sylvester Kelly, did she ever call her mama or her daddy and say, "Mom, R. Kelly beating me. Mom, I'm being mistreated. Dad, I need your help. Dad, come get me. Dad, I'm over here. Dad," did she ever call her daddy and mama for help? But you hear Angelo said he was watching her at the 7-Eleven 1,000 times, and whenever she walked out 5 different times or whatever the case might be. Why would you have to watch your daughter from afar if she ain't call you for no goddamn help? How? I'm just saying, make this shit make sense to me. Fuck, I'm gonna look like in the bushes after my daughter, who I raised, and I provided her with everything she goddamn need, and I'm gonna be watching some goddamn bushes. You think if I ever traveled out of town to see my kids, I'm gonna be looking in the bushes like, man, I want to go say something to her, but I ain't. No, I'm gonna knock on that goddamn door. This your daddy. I need to holler at you or him. But okay, let's carry on, Alice. Oh, I ain't done.
We're really close and really connected. So it's been very hard for me per se. Everybody in the family, like, they know how I'm kind of like, I get real raw, and it's hard for me to deal with it because I just get really depressed over the whole situation. So a lot of times I have to step back and like just remove myself away from it so that I won't like, get sick or anything, because a lot of times things like stress related, it's a lot of diseases out here, and a lot of times that'll bring you to your end. So, and I worry all day long about her. Like, I miss her so much. It's like not a day that go by that I'm not thinking or figuring out what I can do or what's my next plan of attack, because we have went to different states. We have traveled to concerts. We have been to the studios and been to his old houses. We've done all that. But people don't know that. Like, people don't see that. Lifetime didn't leave that in the movie. You know what I mean? So.
But y'all did all this for what? Your daughter was not in harm's way. Y'all did that because y'all wanted to. Y'all ain't do it because your daughter asked you to save her. Y'all did that because y'all wanted to, and because Lifetime came to y'all because y'all daughter was in the presence of R. Kelly. They wanted to use that the same way Larry used y'all to get his time reduced. Period. They wanted to use Azriel the same way Larry McGee used Azriel to get a time reduction. And they used Azriel to get publicity off of R. Kelly and put him back into the mainstream as being some type of monstrous type of individual. So Lifetime used y'all, Larry used y'all, and y'all trying to use R. Kelly and want him to pay the price for y'all stupidity as parents. But carry on.
What now? I mean, what do you do now?
Well, a lot of the main thing was we as parents, when we found out a lot of stuff that was going on, and we had information from out of her, from out of the phones and from different friends and stuff that gave us information, that a lot of that stuff that had transpired when she was 17, we first went to the police. We did contact Polk County Police. We actually contacted the feds first. And it really was nothing much they could do. So they told us to contact our local agency. So we did. We contacted Polk County Police.
Why wouldn't they do anything?
They basically said, and to be honest, was that she is now not a minor. She was a minor then, but now she's not. So she would have to come forward as a victim. And she has to do it. We as parents could not press charges, or we couldn't file any charges against him because she was no longer a minor.
Now, y'all heard what you said, right? Azriel had to come as a victim. So I'm going to say this. Why wait 3-4 years later when R. Kelly's locked up? You talking to Larry McGee, and now you want to come as a victim. Why wait 3-4 years later? because the tables ain't in your favor. The money ain't good as it used to be, and now you got to work hard to get this shit now. How you think R. Kelly felt? Because just as hard as you working to pay your house mortgage, and you got to travel to do this, that, and the other, you doing what R. Kelly been doing for years, Azriel. Now you see how it is to be responsible to get your own bag. But the thing about it is, that's how R. Kelly got it. But he didn't get it off nobody's name, but his own name. You didn't get it off Azriel. You got it off of R. Kelly and social media lies and the sheet and shit like that. But carry on.
Even with everything that we gave to them, that we showed them, that we had in our possession, that had actually happened when she was 17, they said they couldn't use it. So with that being said, you know, we then started reaching out to the other victims that were away from him, and we're like, listen, we need you guys to go to the police. We need you to do this. We need you to do that. And that's basically where a lot of, you know, that.
Yeah, we need you to do this. We need you to do that. We need you to do that. Now that you ain't with R. Kelly no more, we need you to do this. Now that you left on your own, we need to do this. Now that you're free to do whatever you want to, you weren't even held captive. But it's still conspiracy against R. Kelly when you got to go to some people that left on their own free will, came on their own free will, went on their own free will, did on their own free will, was living good on their own free will, and then when they wasn't around no more, y'all had to go to these people and get them to flip the script on Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I tell y'all, man, the more I listen to this shit, man, it makes no sense the way they got this man locked up right now because they had to go through all this shit.
That came into place, but a lot of the victims kind of didn't really want to. They didn't want to, you know, talk to the authorities.
What is it going to?
Wasn't nothing to talk about.
To get these girls out of there. I mean, do you think the movie helped?
I really, really do think the movie helped. I think the movie brought a lot of awareness to the situation. It opened a lot of people's eyes because now the facts are there. Like, you know what I mean? The stories are being told. It's not just one person coming out. It's a multiple of females and a multiple of people saying, yes, this is really going on. And it wasn't just people that were victims. It was people in the inside, you know, that worked. So I think the movie was definitely a major head turner, eye opener for everyone to see. Like, yes, there needs to be something done at this point. So I'm just really glad that, like, I really appreciate the fact that Lifetime gave us the opportunity to tell a story and let us use them as a platform to get it out there. I am a little upset that on our end that, you know what I mean, they didn't put all the pertinent information in our story out. But for me, that doesn't matter. The point is to get my daughter home. So now with all these victims coming forward, then maybe they'll go to the authorities so that will be what will actually work to maybe get R. Kelly, you know, charges brought against him. So in that case, the girls would have to come home because he may be, you know, arrested.
And my last
Rusted.
Is, you know, he promised her that he was going to help her with her career. Has he done any of that?
No, he didn't do any of that. And that's the biggest part of it all. Like, he did nothing with her music. And she is really talented. Like, she writes songs. She's a songwriter. She has probably over 30, 50 songs with the copyright, U.S. copyrights. Like, she loved writing stories and music, and that's her thing.
But she said y'all was pushing it on her. Y'all was pressuring her to do music and shit. She got around R. Kelly. She like, shit, fuck that shit. Why I gotta sing and this nigga's a multi-platinum singer? Why I gotta sing when this nigga's a multi-platinum singer? Fuck that shit. I'm gonna enjoy this money. I'm gonna get this bag my way now. Shit, I ain't gotta sing either. Ain't what she said on Gayle King. But carry on, y'all. Let's get it.
And she can read sheet music, write sheet music. I mean, you know.
Get to it. Yeah, get to it.
Sure.
It's hindsight 2020. Now that you know what you know now, as a mother, what would you go back and do differently?
I have one regret, and that was letting her go. My regret is buying those tickets and letting her go. Because I feel like that's my fault. I take full responsibility and full action. Because as a mother, I am supposed to protect my child. But you know what? Everybody make mistakes. So I have to deal with the consequences of my actions. Nobody can judge me, only God. So I do know that.
Let me play that again.
Praying on her from the beginning, and only for one thing, to be, I guess, what they're all saying.
How the hell he was praying on her? Y'all took her to the goddamn concert. But I want to play this again for you slow people in the background. What she said as a parent.
A sex slave.
Anything I've missed?
Now screen record this.
Can I ask one question?
Sure.
It's hindsight 2020, now that you know what you didn't know now. As a mother, what would you go back and do different?
I have one regret, and that was letting her go. My regret is buying those tickets and letting her go, because I feel like that's my fault. I take full responsibility and full action, because as a mother, I am supposed to protect my child. But you know what? Everybody make mistakes. So I have to deal with the consequences of my action, but nobody can judge me, only God. So I do know that, with that being said, I would definitely not buy those tickets and not let her go. And whatever would have took place, if she, made accurate on her threats or what she would have done, then I would have had to deal with that. But you know what? In my head, I would have known that I didn't let her go. So
that's it.
The one thing.
That's it. I'm done. Y'all heard what she just said. Tickets. Now, somebody put tickets in the chat. Man, fuck them reporting this lie. They can't report these nuts. Report these nuts. Somebody put tickets in the chat. Somebody put tickets. She said, I regret buying those tickets. I regret letting her go. Tickets. Is that one ticket or two tickets or three tickets? How many tickets did she pay for her to go? They didn't say R. Kelly paid for them. Tickets. Somebody put tickets in the chat. Buying those tickets. I take full responsibility, but only God can judge me. Tickets. What? Not one ticket. Two tickets? Three tickets? Yes, it was a plural. And y'all say, R. Kelly did what? So if you bought 3 tickets or tickets, and each time you bought the first ticket, she gone. And whatever long she was gone, she came back home. Now peep this, y'all. I'm gonna break this shit down to you. Then we're gonna go to the Denise. Then when you get your daughter back, why you ain't keep her? So then you buy 2 tickets. She gone again. I hate breaking this down like Trent was saying, GED classes. She come back again. You could have kept it in. And you buy another ticket. But they want to charge R. Kelly with flying a minor. Well, why they ain't charge the parents with flying a minor? She said she bought those tickets. Put one in the chat if you're enjoying this live right now. Put in one in the chat. If I lied to you in this chat about everything I brought to you, if I lied, put a 2 in the chat. If I didn't lie, put a 1 in the chat. If you're enjoying this live. This is why I'm the most hated on these YouTube streets, because I can break a case just by seeing through the bullshit that they put out there. And somebody asked me, how do you do this? I take my time, I listen. And when I listen, I look and I learn. And I put together what's being said over here, over there, over there. Case dismissed. Now, the same ones that y'all putting these ones, I want y'all to be the same ones to hit my cash app and send me a blessing for this live. Because can't no motherfucker do this shit like me. Can't no motherfucker break this down like I should have been a lawyer. I really should have been a fucking lawyer to break this shit down. Should have been a lawyer. Come on, man. Now, moving right along from that, now that we know she bought those tickets, when they want to charge R. Kelly for flying a minor, I think that should be a charge for the goddamn parents. Or Alice, she said she bought them. Now, let's go to Miss Denise. Oh man, this is one right here. I ain't gonna even show y'all because I don't want to get. No, I ain't gonna show y'all this one, but I want you to hear this and what she said. Yeah.
This is what kills me when around you bloggers. You're so starstruck that y'all refuse to look at things.
Her first mistake was we are so starstruck. Now, Denise, last time I checked, Angelo took his daughter to an R. Kelly concert. Okay? Angelo had his daughter put on stage at 17. Azriel been around R. Kelly for 3 to 4 years. Who the fuck is starstruck? Who the fuck is starstruck? Who's starstruck?
For what it is. Nobody know what Angelo Clary went through. Whether his daughter wanted to be there, whether she was in love, whether she was anything. I know my dad would have came looking for me at 16, 17, 18, 19. Anything that got to do with 10. My father would have came looking for me. All that stuff about they wanted money and all of this, that child is the celebrity here. That child.
Well, if he didn't want no money, then why would he say in his video several times it was a bad business deal that went bad if it wasn't business? And when you're dealing with business sometimes have to deal with finances, have to deal with money because you expected some type of shit in the long run. But carry on, Denise.
Was the protege. Y'all act as if y'all don't have daughters.
We do have daughters, and R. Kelly was the target. You said Azriel was the protege. R. Kelly was the target. But carry on.
My God, I could not imagine being away from my daughter 3 days opposed to 3 years.
But Azriel said, Dad, you knew where I was for these 3 years. You knew I was well taken care of. And to believe that you would do all of this is oblivious. That's her word she used. Okay? But carry on.
Whether she did not want to see me or not, I'm still gonna do my best to build some type of communication with my daughter. And that's the part you all don't.
Yeah. It's one thing to try to build a relationship with your daughter, but it's another thing trying to blame somebody for your daughter. Building a relationship with your daughter and blaming somebody else for your daughter's action is two goddamn things, Denise. It's two goddamn things. He could build a relationship with his daughter all he goddamn it won't, because that's his goddamn right. But to blame a motherfucker because he couldn't build a relationship with his daughter at that particular time, that is far-fetched bogus. It ain't fair. It ain't fucking right. I agree with you. He can build a relationship with his daughter. But to blame somebody for not building a relationship with your daughter is your goddamn fault. It's not R. Kelly's fault. It's his goddamn fault. Okay? Stop trying to push the blame on R. Kelly because he couldn't build a relationship with his daughter at 17. Where the fuck he was at when she was 10 and 9 and 8 and all that? He ain't took all them years and built the relationship. He had to wait till she gets 17 to go on 18 to build a relationship. The shit still don't make sense, Denise. She was where the fuck she wanted to be. And you want to go a little further? Let's even go a little further. If you wanted to build a relationship, why the fuck you be sitting from afar watching your daughter going in and out of the goddamn store? Don't sound like he was trying to build a relationship then. Sound like he was stalking. You know how many times I done traveled and I watched my daughter from afar? What, nigga? Afar. Man, look, you want to make some news? I got to go see this nigga. So y'all miss me with that bullshit, Denise. You know you bogus. But carry on.
Everybody is pointing a finger at the people and not pointing a finger at who they should be pointing a finger at. Start pointing a finger at some of these big executives, some of these hierarchies. Start pointing a finger. Everybody.
First of all, we ain't exempting the executive. We already know this is about his royalties and all that shit. And to be honest with you, I think the executives collaborating with Lifetime docuseries to try to get this man locked up so they wouldn't be able to pay him his royalties and all this other shit and bake this bad narrative about Robert Sylvester Kelly. But carry on.
That y'all are blogging about has nothing to do with the case. Start blogging about people that has something to do with the case. And allegedly,
Azriel got something to do with the case. He didn't want to help promote the bullshit in social media. Alice got something to do with the case. They helped promote this scandalous blitz on Robert Sylvester Kelly. Just because they per se not in black and white doesn't mean they don't play a part, but their actions of what they put in social media. But carry on.
Lee, one of the hidden witnesses supposed to be R. Kelly's daughter. Now, if that comes out to be true.
Okay, now you make an accusation that it's supposed to be R. Kelly's daughter. We don't know that, but carry on.
If that comes out to be true, then I wonder, no, y'all gonna say Dre put her up to it. Everybody, y'all want to blame everybody.
You know what I think, Denise? I think you is just too far up Angelo's ass and thinking he this upright father to where, you know, you really think I was on the slow bus, but it's really you who on the slow bus. So let me break it down at the end of this. I'm gonna give you a breakdown to show you how smart I am.
But where the blame should be. We are all grown adults. We should know what we should do and what we should not do. Who we should interact with.
Yeah, and as a grown adult, Angelo and Alice should know what to do and what they shouldn't do as parents. Did you just hear Alice said she regret buying those tickets? So should she have known better to not let her daughter go at 17 and accept the consequences behind whatever she might try to put on her mama conscience or daddy conscience? You can't let the narrative fit one side and don't fit it for all sides, period.
And who we should not interact with. And that's my stance, and I'm Gonna always stand doing it. Y'all, all y'all doing is making a fool out of your damn self.
Nah.
Blogging, and guess what? Them executives, you doing just what they want you to do. Now, are y'all the paid informants? Will y'all put in this debacle to get people off track? Because, see, I done seen some paperwork that I'm definitely not pleased with.
Sounds good.
I wish I could say it, what I seen. But what I seen,
Nothing. You just running your mouth.
Oh, baby. But
You ain't seen
y'all
shit.
in for a fucking surprise. A lot of you are in for a big ass surprise. Honey, blogging about Angelo Clary.
Girl, get the fuck out of here. We could blog about that nigga today, tomorrow, tonight, next week, next year. He's a public figure just like his daughter. Because we blogging about him, that's not a goddamn crime. Or Alice. Or Azriel. Carry on.
Makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Were you put here for the distract?
Yeah, it makes me wonder, is you kissing Angelo ass, even though you just was on my live talking about you don't want to see R. Kelly in jail. But at the same time, when you get through doing a live with me, you put these messages up here. I'm done with DJ now. I'm going to tell these motherfuckers how I really feel. R. Kelly is a damn pedophile for years. Stay tuned. So was this message meant for me or was it meant for Angelo? That's the question I got because you sent that to me. So maybe you was drunk and maybe you missent it and all that. Or if you did send it, just know the fact that you can't come over here no more. Stay over there with Angelo. Stay over there with the lies. Go to Oak Cove. Go somewhere else. You're not welcome over my channel anymore. We have nothing else to talk about. And I'm going to break some more shit down. But anyway, carry on. Y'all heard what I said. I'll take a wrench on my own.
And on that note, I'm out.
Okay. Now let me say this to you, Boom Boom. Since you think I'm dumb, let me break this down to you. You came to me and you said, DJ, I want to get you and Angelo on a panel and talk like men. Do you literally think you was going to get me in a panel and I would change my outlook on what I see in this whole R. Kelly situation? What you think was going to happen? I was going to feel any different? Let me put you up to par. I'm real smart. I will never forget you saying, we need to pretend like we R. Kelly supporters. I play chess. I don't play checkers, but I do play checkers. Probably better at chess. When you think you're doing something, you ain't doing nothing. I allowed you in my space. I allowed you in my space on my channel. Whether you know it or not, I really wanted to do that debate because I knew it was going to lead to me going back into the case itself. Let me show you how smart I am, Denise. I wanted you to come on my live to finish this mistake shit. Only if I could bring the fox at the goddamn hole. Did you hear what I just said? When you telling me on your phone, I'm talking to Angelo, I'm talking to Angelo, I'm talking to Angelo. First of all, those red flags to me. So I said, okay, she thinks she's playing with a dummy. I want to get y'all on the panel. I'm talking to Angelo. What? Do I look like Debo? Nah. You think because you sent me a cash app, I'm for whatever time you sent me the cash app for, that's fine. I received that. But it never outweighed what I've been feeling for the last few years about this R. Kelly case. So when you brought it up, you wanted to have a conversation. I said, we'll go on my channel. So you got to learn how to play people the way they think they playing you. And I knew talking to her because she talks to him was going to bring him out again. I'm a bad motherfucker. So don't ever think, and I tell you this to everybody, that you playing on my intelligence. Brought his ass out again. So I want to say thank you, Denise, for thinking you was doing something. You was really planning what I already had planned, since you want to think you was trying to play it on. Me. I wanted to have that debate because I knew that debate would make him come out to say something. I knew that debate would make him make a video because that's just in him. I knew it. When you study a man like Angelo, he's no different than Larry. When you bring out facts about him, they're not going to let you go without just saying nothing. And I just knew this nigga was going to make a video eventually. Why wouldn't he? Especially when Denise thought she was talking to a dummy on my fucking channel. Like everything she tried to put, I debunked it right in her face. So good try, wrong guy. You couldn't swindle me over. Can't nobody sway me over. Nobody. I played you at your own game, Denise. And when I saw the text, you know what I said to myself? I said, she really thought she was doing something. I said, but I played our own game because I knew you was talking to Angelo, because before we got on live, you said you was talking to Angelo. And you just kept bringing, I want to bring some of you and Angelo. You and I want to bring out of my platform. No, fuck that. Fuck that. You come on my platform. And let's just finish having this debate. Yo, fuck you think we gonna talk about Angelo and not Azriel? They both names start with an A. Now subpoena them goddamn it, lying ass goddamn parents. That's what you get for thinking you was playing on my intelligence, thinking I was a slow, dumb motherfucker. I really don't want to see him locked up. You don't want to see him locked up, but you want to agree with Angelo. Girl, stop it. Stop, Denise. You just stop it. You can't outsmart me because I'm too fucking smart to play into your dumb roles. And let me just say this and take a pause for the cause for Dumboski. You talking about somebody stalking you because they put a picture in the fucking community chat when you the most putting a picture in community chat motherfucker I know. When we did a fucking rally in fucking March and we took motherfucking pictures with our sweaters on, your thirsty dick ass was the first one to put our pictures in your motherfucking community chat. And just because I put y'all pictures from that weak ass party bus in my community chat, you want to call somebody stalkers. But back to the regular scheduled program. That rally was a flop. It was all about him. A pimp with a party bus. Some thirsty hoes that wanted to travel to get on the party bus. Stop playing with me. Another failure. I say it again to all you slow ass people that don't understand what the words coming out of my mouth. How in the fuck you go do a rally for R. Kelly and go show a motherfucking party bus, but ain't go show who you supposed to be representing? Some things supposed to be left private, but getting on the party bus, y'all ain't leave that private. But y'all left the rally private. Who in the fuck y'all think y'all playing with? And I ain't even go to goddamn Chicago. For what? Fucking for what? Smart. Fucking for what? And all this shit you try to put out here, like you know this, you know that, just to throw people off. Y'all, we ain't fucking with Denise no more. Let her play with Angelo. He ain't playing. She can't come over here no more. I take her rents from my channel. She can't come over here no more. Stay your ass over there on the slow bus. You defending this dick riding nigga, you jocking this nigga that hard. Stay over there with him. Because let me tell you something, Denise. You can't manipulate my subscribers. They rocking with DJ. They going by the way I play. If I say you cool, you cool. If I say you fucked, you fucked. And you fucked. You tried to play on my intelligence. And I knew that you didn't have good intentions. All this the debating and all this shit. Fuck that shit. Free R. Kelly. Dude, bogus as hell. So thank you for having a debate so I can show the world how treacherous Angelo really is. Thank you for the debate. I appreciate it. I'm not a weak link. I got a person right now who want to send me a chair. But I ain't thirsty for no goddamn chair. Right now I do. Because that's the love I got in these YouTube streets. I find with the chair that swivels like this. You know what I mean? So everybody, we ain't fucking with her channel no more. Let her go on do what she do with the people she do it with. If you did subscribe to her, unsubscribe to her, we ain't fucking with her. It's a wrap. You can't play me. Free kills. 1 minute. I don't want to see him locked up, but you still want to validate Angelo's actions and make excuses for a man who was an unfit parent and told the social media world. Not only did he told social media, Azriel told social media, Alice Clary told social media she regret buying those tickets. She take full responsibility. So all this mistake shit, should not have cost R. Kelly to be locked up like this. Should not have cost you to slander this man's name like this to get to this magnitude. Now, everybody that's enjoyed this live on this day, on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday, beautiful goddamn Sunday. You feeling good about this live? Feel good about donating to my channel. KEVINS BLESSINGS, Kevin's Blessings, or PayPal.me/DJ Tyson 357. I don't care what you donate. If it's 228 people, if you all send $10, $20 a piece, I greatly appreciate it. My birthday is July 6th. All my donations that I'm getting is going towards my whip. And like I said, y'all will see it. So I'm going to show it. that God is still good in my life. I've been without my truck for about a month now, and I ain't really tripping because I know God is orchestrating some things in my life. I gotta take a lift right now, and I ain't tripping off that. But I appreciate all of y'all donations. I appreciate y'all for watching this live. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me to this extent. I don't know what else to say. Stop watching Dana J channel. This dude is another Larry. That's all I'm gonna say. He doing all that name calling for motherfuckers to go holler at people and shit like that. I'm so glad I don't know Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I'm gonna say this again. Everybody that's a blogger, stop associating with certain people. If they don't know what you know, stop telling them what you know. That's my advice. If they don't know what you know, stop telling them what you know. Because if they don't know, it ain't for them to know. They're just trying to get close to you so they can know what you know. This is my advice to these bloggers. Keep your business to yourself. Stop putting everybody in your business. Thank you, Sylvia. Stop putting everybody in your business. Stop allowing people to get close to you because they know you close to somebody. We don't need, listen, at the point in my life, I don't care who know R. Kelly, who write R. Kelly, who he said, that ain't none of my business. All I care about is this man's freedom. Stop letting people use you because they watching your channels and they trying to see how they can get in your inner circle of what you know. Stop giving them information that they ain't get on their own through their own source. Everybody's source ain't for everybody. Your source is for you. It ain't for you to share for everybody. It ain't for everybody to get close to you to find out what they need to know. Because if it's for them to know, then they would know and they wouldn't have to need you to know. Stay in your lane and drive the way you drive. And let them drive the way they drive. Now I'm going to end this live and say I love you all. Whenever you get a chance, hit my Cash App. I'll be 50 July 6th. I'm just thanking God for all the things he's done in my life. And I should have been on there. Yeah. Now I don't know who is who. Well, we ain't even want to hear all that. I'm staying in my lane. I'm staying right here in DJ Tyson. I'm not worried about nobody else channels. You know what nobody doing, who nobody associating with. I'm not telling nobody business. Yeah. We don't care who got the lawyer. Right. Black Superwoman, I appreciate you coming on. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. It ain't got nothing to do with who got the lawyer, who paid for the lawyer. He got the lawyer. Shit, if I knew who got the goddamn lawyer, I'm not going to tell y'all because it ain't for y'all to know. He got a lawyer. That's it. That's all. That's all. And we just praying that this lawyer that he got know what he doing. And we don't need everybody blowing him up, calling his phone. Let him do his job, period. And that's how we go do this. You know, stop sharing everything because everything ain't for everybody to know. You feel me? It ain't for everybody to know because jealousy is a disease that some people will never get a cure for. And if you hit my Cash App, I appreciate you for it. If you enjoyed my live, put a 1 in the chat. If you enjoyed the way I presented my videos to debunk the lies that Denise trying to send up here to defend this man, as we are clear as a parent, put a 1 in the chat. I wasn't going to even go live today, but when I heard that shit, I was like, wait a minute. Let me bring, I hate when people try to mislead people like this dude is an honorable dude and the shit he had to go through. He went through the shit he had to go through because he chose to make those decisions. Angelo went through the shit that he went through because of decisions that he made. That's not R. Kelly's fault. That's his fault. Now I played clips from the beginning to right now to show y'all what Angelo purpose was, what his intentions was, and the role he tried to play, and how he trying to flip the narrative like it's R. Kelly's fault. His daughter read his rights. Go watch the video, share the video. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Period. Period. I appreciate y'all for watching it. I hope this video has brought some reoccurrence to your brains. And I'm just a bad motherfucker. If you ain't like this channel, then that's because you hating. If you ain't like this channel because you don't want to hear the truth. If you don't like this channel, that's because you want to just roll with the narrative what everybody been rolling for the last 2 years instead of looking at the facts that's been put on these YouTube streets. And I'm going off what they say, not what I say, not what I done conjure up, what did I made up. When Angelo says, you people believe this, y'all believe the lies. How can I believe a lie when it's a person saying out their mouth that you lying? Azriel said you was lying in so many words. You knew what she was. So that's debunked everything you done been on social media saying about Robert Sylvester Kelly. I love you too, Vasta. So for any cash out that I get, I deserve that motherfucker. Now let me go work my job. I didn't go to Chicago, and I'm explaining to you why. Because I wasn't going no way. I just wanted Dumbo to think I was going. Thank you to everybody who knew. No matter say this is chess, not checkers. You feel me? So didn't nobody send me no money for no tickets, so I could tell y'all that, okay? All right. So I didn't go to Chicago. I was always here. Just wanted the motherfucker to think, and it worked. I'm a bad man. Okay, Black Beauty. So, everybody good? 40 days again, I'm going to try. Everybody good? I can say I'm going to try. Everybody good? If you good, put me good in this chat. If you haven't liked, make sure you hit that like immediately. If you haven't donate immediately. Somebody put my Cash App up again, just in case there's somebody out there in the Cash App world don't know my Cash App. And put my PayPal up there in case somebody else don't know out there, don't know my PayPal and want to donate. And when you donate, send me a message with your donation. And that let me know you really appreciate my live on today and what I brought forth to remind people, to keep constantly reminding people, how did we get to this point right now today? And I love all you bloggers spitting fire. Keep doing what you're doing. Infamous, keep doing what you're doing. Texas Black Diamond, keep doing what you're doing. All you bloggers that fight for Robert Sylvester Kelly, Mr. CEO, keep doing what you're doing. All you bloggers that's standing up for Robert Sylvester Kelly, keep doing what you're doing, because this is just not an I effort. It's still a team effort. 71 Suburban, keep doing what you're doing. It's very much needed, because I don't have time to break videos down like I used to, because I'll be so tired and busy. But I appreciate 71 Suburban for bringing that shit out. Miss Chosen One, most definitely you. Nobody's anything. Subscribe to her channel. We ain't forget you, sweetie. We appreciate you for all the things you endured in this fight. Nobody's anything. And again, she did get permission to chalk up on the streets, free R. Kelly, unmute R. Kelly. He didn't do this stuff. Shout out to you, Mercedes, aka Nobody's Anything. And we appreciate y'all. Go to these people's channel, watch their channels when I'm not on live. Shout out to Randa Baby. You know what it is too. And we just go keep fighting for Kels and pray for Kels. But on that note, I got to call this lift, get ready for work. Start at midnight? Okay. Well, I ain't going to be on at midnight no way. I'm going to be working. So let me call my lift. Let me call my lift real quick. That's where I'm going. Well, I might just have my neighbor take me. No matter. But I should be getting me a whip either next week or the week after. Those that want to donate before my birthday or after my birthday, it don't matter. Yeah. I've been saving. God is good. That's all I can keep saying. Crackheads don't save money to get what they need or get what they want. I'm just saying. That's right. All right, guys. Love y'all. God bless y'all. You all be blessed. Mwah. Share the video. I'm out. Yeah, you can send on my birthday. I'll be waiting on it. Speak overkills. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.